Let's look at another example where we don't like the key names being proposed and to be generated. So let's say we select entire frame, and we can see some pre-populated names for our keys. Um, in case you don't like the naming pattern, just the element name, you might see some mess, some random text that you should not expect in the key names. Might be okay, but it might be also messy, as in this case. And so you can totally clean up the key and insert your own key name. It's just an example proper key name that just to show you that you can completely override the pattern. You can clean the non-needed parts, or you can remove the key completely if you don't want it to be created. You can add some modifications to the key names or remove some, special symbols that should not be used. So it's pretty customizable here. It's just a pre-populated template to make key generation faster. And once you're creating keys and exporting the content, there are a few other very useful options on the export page. And one of them is adding tags. I'll disable it just for simplicity since we haven't covered this one before and this one. So you can add a tag to all the keys that are being sent in the same batch, all the newly created keys. So in this case, let's say we want to add a tag for onboarding, and this will make it easier for language owners, for reviewers, translators, developers to navigate and identify all keys that belong the same user journey or the same Figma page. So it's up to you. You can add multiple tags in one go. And you can also add some tags for identifying, for marking a batch of keys that were created at the same time. So you can just add something like as 24th of June batch, for example. And once we have it pushed, we will see in Localize that all the keys, they got the tags. And if we are pushing keys on a continuous basis, many times, and it will be easier for us to spot and identify with all the keys that belong to this, onboarding user journey, or all the keys that were pushed, right now. If you need to check key names and, for example, update them and confirm that they're ready to go to production. So one of the ideas that I was also proposing is to add here, instead of just these two tags, one can also add from Figma a tag that would automatically mark all keys, same as here, with a tag, for example, to check or something like that. So let's just wait until it loads. Yeah. So in this exercise, we can also add a tag on top. So it can be something like to check. And if it's not developers who are creating keys for Figma, then it's still a good idea to let them validate key names before pushing things to production. Because it might be that designers didn't get it right in terms of placeholders, or there might be some non-allowed characters to be used or something like that. So once we do this, we can, for example, filter all the newly pushed keys by day, by tag, like to check or anything like that. And developers can still quickly look through the keys and update them as needed. So, for example, we will take this key and say that we don't like it. And let's say we change it. So once we do this, then the new key name will be saved to Localize. And this will be the key that will be exported from Localize and go to production. And our integration would still work because it doesn't depend on the names of keys, but rather on other parameters like unique identifiers. So once everything is checked and accepted, then it's up to you. One can add another tag. For example, or add a tag checked, or one can remove the tag to check, which would make it easier next time to check, to find out and filter keys that one has to check. It can also be based on dates of push. So once we refresh the page, we should see that the tag has disappeared. And getting back to Figma, it is not updating information live. You actually need to import changes from Localize, and then you would be able to see a change in the key name. So in this case, you should be able to find this another proper key name. Yes, that is maps to this text.